Hey guys, it's Yuta. So, how much do English teachers in Japan make? And I'd actually had this question for a very long time, so I'm so happy that I finally had a chance to do an anonymous survey. Now, let me talk about the exchange rate before we take a look at the results. And in this video, we're gonna use a very simple exchange rate of 100 yen for a dollar, which is more or less the average exchange rate for the past decade or so. I was able to collect 87 valid answers, and here is the distribution of salaries. This means that 34 people earn anywhere between 300 and 350k, and 22 people earn between 250k and 300k. And the median salary is 270k or about 2,700 US dollars. And this survey includes both full-time and part-time teachers. And if you just talk about full-time teachers, the distribution looks like this. It's actually not that different except that everybody earns more than 200k. Now in Japan, the cost of living in Tokyo is higher than anywhere else, but your salary also tends to be higher in Tokyo. So, what about teachers in Tokyo? Well, here's the result. Interestingly, the median salary in Tokyo is 265k compared to 270k, which is 5k lower. The average is 278k, which is 7k lower. But the difference isn't statistically significant, which means when you teach in Tokyo, you teach somewhere else, you earn pretty much the same, but the cost of living in Tokyo is higher, so that's something to think about. Now that you know how much English teachers earn, let me give you some context. Is this kind of salary high or low in Japan? And the median salary in Japan in general is 292k a month, which means that English teachers earn about 20k less. But this is not too much in Japan, so we can say that English teachers earn as much as the regular Japanese people. But what can you do with 270k a month? Well, first of all, you have to deduct taxes, pension, insurance, and everything. So at this level of salary, you can pretty much get 80% of your salary. So it's about 216k. And in case you're wondering, your tax rate goes up if you earn more. But as for the cost of living in Japan, I made a separate video, but let me give you an overview. If you live in the Tokyo area by yourself, you need more or less 150k per month to survive. So if you have a full-time job as an English teacher, you can totally live in Tokyo. But if you have a family, that will be a different question because the median household spending of 4 people in Japan is 280k per month. And in the Tokyo area, obviously your expenses are going to be higher. So your income alone as an English teacher wouldn't be enough to support your family of 4. And I'm talking about this because in Japan, it's not uncommon for many women to be a housewife once they get married and have children. But of course, that's not always the case. But in short, if both of you are full-time English teachers, you can have kids and raise them in Japan. Now, let's discuss types of English teachers and how much they earn. And this is the results. And as you can see, JET teachers and international school teachers earn about 50k more compared to other types of teachers. And 50k is about 500 US dollars, so that's some money. And if you don't know, JET is a government-sponsored English teaching program in Japan. As for private teachers, I didn't get a lot of data, but let me show you the numbers just for your reference. And they make as much as 200k per month as a private teacher. So if you are a private teacher in Japan and if you earn more, let me know because I'm curious. And that's what English teachers make in Japan. Now if you're thinking of teaching English in Japan, let me tell you something. Well, you may think that you don't need to speak Japanese if you just teach English. And sometimes English teachers are not supposed to use Japanese. But actually, in reality, Japanese students will appreciate you much more if you speak Japanese. And if you learn a foreign language, who do you trust most? Somebody who's never learned any other languages and who only speaks his native language. Or somebody who's able to speak a foreign language and who knows what it's like to learn a new language. Of course, the second person is more likely to be a better teacher. So, if you want to learn Japanese, I can send you some free Japanese lessons by email. So click the link and subscribe to my email group, Japanese with Yuta. Alright, that's it for today and see you guys soon. Ciao, ciao.